So I was just randomly pedaling around the internet because I wanted to find some interesting fan fiction to read, and I stumbled upon this gem. Not even sure how, but yeah, today we are going to be reading I'm Pregnant, Book 2 Mulan by I Am Mudblood on Wattpad. I know I'm starting on book 2, but that's just the first one I found, and Mulan is one of my favorite Disney princesses, so I thought, why not start here? Now, this fanfiction is, it's pretty self explanatory by the title. Mulan is pregnant and has children. I, I don't know why this is so funny, but there's one line in the first chapter that made me, I gotta read this. I have to record this and read this and see what other people think. And really don't have anything else to say. Let's just get right into it. This is I Am Pregnant, Book 2, Mulan. Chapter 1. I'm Pregnant. It had been 6 months since I had married Shang on our mission, and even though we had our differences, it didn't stop our love. My mother-in-law was a big woman who ate as twice... Okay, I see. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to take some time. My mother-in-law was a big woman who ate as twice as much as she should, but she was very kind. B2B. Oh no. Oh, it's gonna be fun. My mother-in-law was a big woman who ate as twice as much as she should, but she was very kind, taught me to be a good wife while still doing my duty to the emperor. However, lately, I had started to be sleep-deprived, feeling sick, and my moods have been all over. I haven't even bleed this month. My mother told me these were signs of me being pregnant at first. I laughed, but now I wasn't so sure. This was the 7th time this week I'd been sick. Actually, now that I think about it, me and Shang had been good at making love every night. Oh my gosh. This is the line that made me know I had to record this. The thought of me being pregnant brought a smile to my face. Now all I have to do is tell Shang. He came home the night had just turned dark. When I saw him on his horse, he really did look handsome. How was your day, love? His voice was like satin as he strode over to me before planting a loving kiss on my lips. Fine, will you follow me to the bench? He nodded slightly before we walked over to the stone bench under the beautiful blossom tree. Shang, I'm pregnant. His face turned from tired to him having a huge smile. He got up, picked me up by my waist, then twirled me around as our laughter mixed with the air. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that was funny. I can't get over that one line. Where is it? Where is it? Actually, now that I think about it, me and Shang had been good at making love every night. As if it was like their job or something they were supposed to do. Or like a good habit they were trying to make. Oh god. Okay. Okay, next chapter. Month 3. Because I guess nothing super exciting happens in month 1 and 2. Do not know, have never been pregnant before. Here we go. Interesting little bit of fan art. Okay. I have given up on training my slight belly danced fit into my fitting fight. I have given up on training my slight belly danced fit into my fighting cloths anymore, not that my excited mother-in-law or eccentric mother would let me. Shang had been away for 1 month on some mission for the emperor. Now that I was pregnant, it's like I didn't exist. No, I was no longer the hero of China, but Mulan, just a normal wife who couldn't do anything. Uh-oh, I smell some drama. Okay. The sickness had gotten worse okay, I didn't misread that. The sickness had gotten worse. My stomach was the size of a woman who was 5 months pregnant. My emotions were all over, and I missed my husband. Oh, poor girl. That big stomach thing makes me think she's having twins. I know the picture up top only had one baby, but if her belly is a little extra big, maybe that means twins? I'm not sure if that actually happens in real life, but... Anyway, my father had held me in my time of need My father had held me in my time of need. I wanted my husband, god damn it. Mushu talked about decorating the nursery, and Cricket chirped happily about looking after the child that was growing in me. Mother, can you get me some tea, please? Mother, can you get me some tea, please? Now that I was with child, my family never let me do anything for myself. There were orders from my dear husband, who seemed to forget I was the first woman to train in a war. A little person growing inside of me is nothing compared to the war. The princess had also dropped by to see how I was doing. Mai was pregnant also, but was only 2 months, so she still had a bit to go. Both of you have a bit to go. She's only 1 month behind you. Okay, anyway, we had decided that closer to the time we would go shopping for the babies with her sisters. Oh, wait, no, I misread that. We would go shopping for the babbies with her sisters. Oh, so cute. For now, I'm going to go to bed in hopes my husband will be beside me by morning. I hope so. I'm not sure how far away he is, but here's to hoping. Let's go to the next part. I'll use this button this time. Month 5. Ooh, see? Now there's 2 babies in this picture. What does it mean? Shang had been gone for 4 months with no contact. I looked like a horse and had to waddle wherever I walked. My emotions were all over, and I cried myself to sleep most nights because I missed Shang so much. So I conducted a plan. When the house was silent and the night dark, I left with Mushu, Cricket, and my horse. I creeped out and rid with difficulty to where Shang was training his troops. By dusk I had arrived and went straight to his tent. I barged in only to find him asleep. I smiled at him as I changed into my PJ and snuggled close to him. Oh my god, you're 5 months pregnant. And do you think it's a good idea to sneak out of the house right all the way to wherever he was? Took all night to get there and just be like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep next to my husband now. I act like I didn't just sneak out of the house without telling anyone. I'm totally not a teenager anymore. I'm an adult who is having a baby. What's his reaction going to be? I woke up to Shang placing a kiss on my temple. I smiled, the only genuine smile I have had for 4 months. Sweetheart, what are you doing here? Nothing, Carnes. I see my husband. His face held a small smile. How did you get here? He asked as he folded his arms. I got here on Flippy. Flippy? Who is Flippy? Her horse's name is Con. Do they just have another horse named Flippy? Makes me think of the horse Philip from Chronicles of Narnia. I got here on Flippy. He smiled, a sad smile before speaking. Sweetheart, you're pregnant. You shouldn't be at home Oh, no. Sweetheart, you're pregnant. You should be at home resting. But I'm bored and wanted to see you. I know that you are here. You might as well stay. I squealed before launching myself into his arms. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got to work, so stay here and rest. I hope that included afterwards him sending word to his family. Mulan is here and safe. I mean, he hadn't contacted them for like 4 months, I guess. He better make an exception for this, because she just disappears again with no trace. That's going to cause some drama. It's Flippy. I got here on Flippy. God, I love reading these fanfics. Okay, next part. Month 7. Ooh, this is an interesting picture. Okay, month 7. I stayed on the campsite for 1 month before I was sent home. My mother-in-law wasn't very happy. She said my place was at home, not on some war ground. My father was very happy to have me back, told me stories about my childhood and that I honored him greatly. My mother just squealed when I arrived, accompanied by some men who were training. Shang wouldn't let me go by horse. This is an example of where punctuation is a little bit important. First time reading this, I'm like, oh, Shang is being trained by some men. Then I'm like, oh yeah, that's where the period should be. Anyways, punctuation is important, kids. I had been home 2 weeks when May. Gosh, whenever I see it written like that, I think my. That's my understanding and understanding of Japanese kicking in there. Japanese would read it ma-e, but it's May. It's May. I had been home 2 weeks when May had come knocking, asking Tutu to come shopping with her for our babies. The town was bussy, but quickly got out of the way for the hero of China and the princess, both who were heavily pregnant. So Mulan, how was Shang? He was fine after he finished scolding me about coming on a horse pregnant. Mai's musical laughter rung out. Yes, that does seem like something he would do. I think that's something any husband would do. Any person would do if their pregnant partner, got on a horse without telling anyone in the middle of the night and rode who knows how far just to see them. I mean, I know pregnant women can do a lot, but I would think Mulan would be a little bit more responsible than to do something like that. We walked for ages going to that store to this one. My feet had really started to hurt, my back killed, and I haven't eaten in an hour.
My back killed an entire family.
Okay, bad joke aside, let's continue. May, can we sit down, please? She only nodded, and we both waddled over to a bed. She had 3 bags of material and 2 bags of toys, while I had the same. She just insisted on buying a painting of 2 lovers on the seaside, the sea, a reflection of yin and yang. I arrived home after bidding May goodbye. The end of this month 7 chapter. I think there are only 2 left. Let's continue. Secrets revealed. Love can be found in the most unusual places, but what happened when it goes too far? What does that mean? Is that just random fan art, or is it related to the chapter? Month 9. Shang had not come home yet. My labor was taking place. I've never heard it phrased that way. My labor is taking place. It is occurring right now. This definitely hurt more than training with him. My mother and mother-in-law sat at each of my bedsides holding my hands. My face was sweaty, my hair was a mess, and my breathing was rough. One more push, my grandmother's voice spoke as I screamed and panted. Another life was born. Oh, okay, the baby's already out. That was pretty damn quick. After my baby was cleaned and wrapped into a blanket, he was placed in my arms. So it doesn't look like there's any twins. Suddenly the door flew open and an anxious-looking Shang came rushing in. Am I late? Sweetheart, come look at our son. He had a son. They have a son. Oh, it's probably very, very good. Shang really likes that. Yay, they have a boy in the family. He was the spitting image of my husband. No, he was the spitting image on my husband. I'm sorry I couldn't be here sooner. It's okay, you gear now. Shang sat behind me, his arms around my waist while our son Gang? Probably sounds more like Gang. I don't know much about Chinese, but Asian languages, you would read that as Gang, not Gang, as I just did. But I was thrown off because I wasn't expecting that to be the name. But anyways... Oh god. Yeah, it's Gang, not Gang. Just like it's Gangnam Style, not Gangnam Style. It's in the name of the song. It's in the song. They sing the name of the song in the freaking song. Gangnam Style, not Gangnam. Oh, that's always annoyed me. Sorry for that little tangent, but it's Gangnam. And if I hear you say Gangnam, well, I probably won't hurt you, but I'll cringe very hard. Okay. Let's read this lessons again. Shang sat behind me, his arms around my waist, while our son Gang, as we both looked down at our baby. That is not what it says. As we both looked down at our little bundle of joy. Oh, there's more. There's more. That was the end, but there's, I think, one more chapter. Okay, last chapter. Last chapter titled Last Chapter. I watched from the sideline as my son, who had just turned 10, and daughter, who was 6, played fight while their dad showed them some moves. I wasn't allowed as I was 8 months pregnant with our third child. My young girl was picking flowers with one of the village kids while her parents were out shopping for a nursery. Wait, they were shopping for a whole dang nursery? I was like, let's go to the nursery store and see if we can find a good one. Okay, anyways. For many years, our little family lived on the training grounds, for Shang didn't want to miss another moment. He still hadn't forgiven himself for missing Gong's birth. Suddenly, immense pain shot through my stomach. Shang, the baby's coming. Oh, straight into labor. Hours later, we had our children. Yes, I had twins, a boy and a girl. That is the end of our story. That is my happily ever after. I was right. They did have twins. Maybe it wasn't the first one, but they did have twins. Ah! Happily ever after, you have 4 children. Who knows how many more you'll have? And with that, that was I'm Pregnant, Book 2, Mulan. I like these. They're quick, easy reads, and they're entertaining. There's not a lot of character depth to it, but maybe that wasn't the point. Maybe the author just wanted to write a quick little, oh, how did their lives end up? How many kids did they have? Kind of like a fantasy of after the happily ever after. Anyways, I hope you had some enjoyment for watching this or listening to this. There's not much to watch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I plan on doing some more of these in the near future. This is book 2. I think book 1 is Belle, but for some reason when I saw it, let's see if I can find it. For some reason when I saw it, they called her Bella. Where is it? No. Oh, okay, book 4, Cinderella. See, book 1 is Belle, but it's Bella. They got Snow White. It looks like there's 4 of them. So, looks like this is the start of a very interesting and hopefully funny series. Thank you guys for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!